Juana Marchi was the queen of teleshopping throughout the 1980s and 1990s, making billions of lira from selling lottery numbers, magic salt, and diet products. She promised miraculous results, but her reign came to an end in 2002 with her conviction for fraud and criminal conspiracy alongside her daughter Stefania Nobile. Juana Marchi was born in a humble farming family in Bologna, Italy. She started working as a beautician at age 15 and married an alcohol sales representative Raimondo Neubel. When she turned 18 years old, she went on to have a son Maurizio and a daughter Stefania. Their marriage was rough and claims of affairs and abuse towards her. Her reputation as a beautician grew. She began to work at a mortuary as a cosmetologist. She was once paid 1.5 million lira when she worked on a client's daughter's body. Juana spent that money on a new car and decided to expand her business by opening her first shop. The Juana Marchi Company store featuring beauty products. It was a huge hit in the first 6 months. TV teleshopping at this time was becoming very popular, and she would make her debut on the TV by flogging slimming cream on a local channel in 1978. Following 2 disappointing appearances, Juana struck gold after telling her audience that her third appearance would be her last. She needed money to feed her children, and the audience sympathy grew for her. Juana's selling style was brash and flamboyant to the point of bullying her audience. At first she seemed nice, then she seemed to change. Juana became known as the queen of weight loss diets in the 1980s. She appeared on various channels before getting her own show. Her daughter would join her. The pair seemed unstoppable, selling lotions and potions promising to turn women from fat to fit. Juana's wealth surged up to 5 billion lira in just a few months. She enjoyed her new fame and fortune. A major setback came when her shop was fire-bombed in 1986. Everything was destroyed. She was forced to take out a 3 billion lira loan from an ex-client, but ill-advised projects led to her falling behind on payments, and in 1990 the company went bankrupt. With a debt over 4 billion lira, her home was repossessed, her shop closed down. She was left with nothing yet again. Juana would rebuild her empire with investment from a Marchi and reigned as the queen of teleshopping in Italy once again. Within 15 months, interest in the slimming products dropped and she needed to diverse her business. She started to offer horoscope reading and lottery numbers with the help of Mario Pacheco do Nascimento, whom she met the Marchi. Mario claimed to have clairvoyant powers and could predict lucky winning numbers. The trio Juana, Stefania and Mario would set up a company. In 1996 they parted ways with the Marchi and began really targeting the elderly and vulnerable and the desperate, exploiting people for money. They also tried selling amulets and talismans and holy salt to cure and ward off evil, but their greed proved to be their downfall. The trio would lure in new customers with the promise of making them millionaires. When customers did want to pay more, they would threaten to put curses on the family or harm would come to their family. Between 1996 and 2001 they had nearly 306,000 clients with profits over 61 billion lira. Some customers were beginning to wise up and things began to crumble. The police in 2001 would set up a sting with a disgruntled former customer, which the police who were looking into the company. Stefania was deemed the head of the con and she was heard threatening customers on the phone. We established that Stefania Nobile played a very big role. Her mother was the TV personality and Stefania was the person who could make important decisions in terms of the business. Mario immediately fled to Brazil, leaving Juana and Stefania to face the music. They were both arrested at their home in Bologna in January 2002. They were charged with fraud and extortion and criminal conspiracy. Juana's partner Francesco was also arrested as an accomplice. Their trial began. Juana and Stefania were sentenced to 10 years each for criminal conspiracy and fraud. This was later reduced to 9 years and 6 months in prison. They were also ordered to give back over €42 million to victims of their many schemes and cons. Both were released in 2012 after serving 6 years. Today they live together, splitting time between Milan and Albania. Juana denied she had made any money or that she had any money stashed away.